we're looking at the dollar yen daily chart, and we've marked on some of the major support and resistance levels from the extreme lows down here, the highs below here, the highs. You can see all the different support and resistance levels that have been marked. Just mark the final one up there as well. We're going to progress through now the chart, just checking the levels are in the correct places and making sure we can find price action signals to trade off of these levels. So we're fairly happy that these levels are holding true right now. We're going to look and see what price action signals we can find if we zoom in a little bit closer into the chart. Down slightly, there we go. So let's just zoom in so we can see a bit more detail. And sure enough, this is where we start off. Alright, so we can see first of all these major support levels down here. And we're looking at the current price action in this area has come down to test this level. And if we look at it in a bit more detail and zoom in a bit further, we can see on this low support level, we can see price pulls down to it with a continuation of bearish continuation seller bar, bearish continuation bar, bearish continuation, bearish continuation. It stops with a pin bar, then gets an inside pin bar, which also happens to be a buyer bar. So we have a reversal bar formation, we have a pin bar, we have an inside bar, and all of those off of that support level helps to give us that strong price action signal that tells us price is now likely to go up. And fair enough, we can see this is going to the upside very aggressively. There's no arguments there. This is an absolute winning trade. It's gone off the lows of previous support, and it's probably made you at this point here 5 times your initial risk easily. Now, if we look at what happens when we get to the next level, price stalls at the level with a doji bar. We know the doji bars themselves are kind of like nothing bars. They don't really mean a huge amount to us. So we're not going to take a reversal trade-off there because dojis don't give us a strong enough price action signal. We'll wait to see what happens at the next level. Again, another doji. We're going to leave it as it is for now. And price aggressively is still moving to the upside. And still moving to the upside. Now we've got to one of the previous resistance levels now. Again, still a doji bar, so not ideal by any stretch. But we see that we've got the buyer seller bar formation. Of course, we could argue over here we had buyer seller, but that was just one buyer bar followed by a seller bar. Here we had buyer, 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 buyer. We never saw a shift. Here now we have buyer, buyer, seller bar. Potentially there's a reason to sell here. If we miss this initial entry, we've now got the engulfing pin bar as well, which is aggressively pushing price towards the downside. We can see that price has now got to this next level. We'll look to see if there's any entries here. We had a doji bar there, again, which failed at that support level. So you can see again and again, these doji bars don't tend to work out particularly well unless there's been a string of buyer or seller bars coming into it and a shift in sentiment. So we need to have that shift in that reversal bar formation. Otherwise, the doji bar is pretty much pointless. Again, a nothing bar. The price is now at a level whereby there was a previous resistance or support, and we can see that it's now given us that train tracks price action setup. Price has moved up, and actually, more than likely, produced a winning trade. We've now got support here, becoming resistance, and the short-term trend is to the downside. Now, if we look at the actual price action signal for a start, buyer bar, buyer bar, buyer bar, seller bar, it's a reversal bar formation, and it's a pin bar. So we have multiple reasons to want to go short this market, a pin bar and a true reversal bar formation. And we can see the aggressive sell-off that ensues. Again, this is absolutely an obvious winning trade, and this is now potentially a location to add into the trade. We can see that support here has become resistance, pin bar, inside pin bar. We're expecting price to move down aggressively, and we see that overall it moves down and keeps moving down. Interestingly enough, we see the support becoming resistance, gets retested again. Oh, guess what? Another pin bar. And guess what? Solid move down. And we've still got these moves to the downside. Now, buyer, 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 seller bar, inside seller bar. Maybe we're looking for a reason to get short now. It's an inside bar at support becoming resistance. And again, the price moves down in our favor. Okay, price has now put in a higher high and a higher low. There was an engulfing bar there. The price hasn't risen. No real reason to buy yet. No price action signals. Inside pin bar. There may be a reason to buy here. It would be a losing trade. You can see how price is kind of staggering all over this level. It's kind of stuck there, which in the summertime of June and July is not to be unexpected. Okay, this is interesting. Price has come down to this previous level again, giving us a pin bar, an inside bar. Very, very sideways market here, as you can see. No real reason to buy as yet. The pin bar and the inside bar were, but then we've got doji and poor engulfing bar. There's not really a huge amount through there apart from the sideways market. Chop. Okay, here we go. Price has come back up to this level, giving us a clean shift from buyers to sellers, and giving us a strong move in our favour. Again, a real idea as to how support and resistance levels can help us with our trading. Same story again. Seller, 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 buyer. And unfortunately, this one would have probably been a losing trade. But you can see that the winning trade on the way down would have made easily twice what you've lost on the loser. So we see now a strong engulfing bar off of this support level that's now being retested and was a support level previously as well. So this is actually a really interesting shift from sellers to buyers and an engulfing bar off of a strong level. It's a sensible reason to want to buy the marketplace here. And we see prices moving in our favour and continues to move in our favour. Now again, we're not saying that you're guaranteed to get the entire run here, but even the first short shift gave us plenty of profit potential. As we continue along, we see this resistance level here. Price is in a solid upward trend, so we wouldn't want to be short now. We do see a if we see a reason to get into the market long, we will try to do so. We see this resistance level becoming support. Potential entry signal here, because we have this support, resistance, resistance. There's a definite reason to want to get long this marketplace right now. And we've got a price action signal from the pin bar. And we can see price is aggressively moving to the upside. We now get this level here becoming support. We're looking to get long again. Again, we find the price. We've been a little bit scared here, but price again moves strongly in our favour. And up at 84 here, we're coming to another level, so we're probably expecting price to push down soon. And we've got this 1, 2, 3 buyer bars followed by a seller bar. That's a reversal bar formation, which is a good signal to perhaps exit any long trades. I don't think we want to take any short trades here, given the fact the market is in such an upward trend in a bullish move. As it turns out, nothing happened here. Price kept going up a little bit further, but a little bit later on we got this pin bar near the level, and sure enough, we've got the reason to exit around here. But you can see consistently trading off these support and resistance levels and using price action with them gives us strong biases to be long or short at sensible times. Gives us good entries into the marketplace, both with trend and also in sideways markets.